Hi guys, welcome back to our podcast. Help, we're trying here.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
This is Rema Synergy, and today what we're going to be talking about is harmonizing work-life balance. So one of the few things we're going to be talking about is how do you define work-life balance? What is work-life harmony for you? And also what works and doesn't work, right? So you have my team here. Let us do a quick intro. Let me start with my right side. Over to you, Coach Johan.
Thank you, Silma. Hi, everyone. Johan here. I'm a performance and well-being coach. Happy to be here with you all today. And thank you to our food sponsors today from Sarawak. We have these. We have cake lapis. Thank you so much. All right. Maybe I'll introduce the next one. Hannah?
We go on.
Adelina.
Okay. Hi again, everyone. I feel like it's been a while. So we're back and we're merry because there's food this time. Usually it's an empty table. So if we're happier, you'll know why. Over to you.
Thanks, Adelina. Hello, I'm Evelyn. Yes, it's really been a while. I'm starting to feel a bit uneasy again because it's really quite a long time already. But before that, just now, Coach Johan forget that we have a cake here for Father's Days as well.
Oh, thank you.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Yeah, happy Father's Day.
Over to Hannah.
Hi everyone, my name is Hannah and I am very happy that we are gathered again. Yes, Adelina is right, Silma is right, it's been a while since we all got together, and I was just mentioning that I really enjoy whenever we get together because there's always a lot of laughter. Evelyn was asking for some help from Silma, and Silma said, "No, don't want." So that tells you a little bit of the relationship we have with each other. Very supportive, right, Silma?
Yes, very.
But yeah, I am Hannah. I'm your strengths coach, and we're going to talk about strengths from me today, and you'll hear all the other topics that we specialize in the next few minutes.
Yep. Thank you so much, team. Right, my name is Selma and I am your host. You see me, you hear me every time. Now guys, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please subscribe and put down your comment in the comment section to let us know how you feel about this topic, and if there's anything you would like to highlight to us, maybe there's something that you would like to tell us, go ahead and share it, okay? We are also on Spotify. Yes, please follow us on Spotify. And where else are we in?
YouTube.
YouTube already said, right?
Okay.
Yeah, YouTube, yes. We have in YouTube,
We're not really
Spotlight,
eat some more.
Spotlight, Spotify. Sorry guys, today is
Which one?
Father's Day and tomorrow is
It's
Raya.
it's a long weekend.
And Spotlight is Silma's highest strength.
Okay, right. We are also on every social media. Right, we are on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok even. We're everywhere. So you can reach out to us if you have any questions or anything that you want us to help you with. Right? So let's get back to this podcast. Today is about harmonizing work and personal life. So team, what is your definition of a work-life balance? Let's start with Hannah.
First of all, I don't say work-life balance for myself.
Yes.
I always say work-life harmony. And what does that mean? It means that in a day, and for me, whether it's a weekday or a weekend, it's quite similar because I like to have moments or carve out a few hours of work where I do the work that I love. And even though I have tons of things on my plate, I will always choose the ones that gives me most joy. I do that, and then I do the less joy ones, but still it's within those few hours. Then after work, or before the next work schedule, I have stuff that I like to do for fun, for me. So just a few days ago, I wrote in my bullet journal 3 columns, one for NGO work, one for Rema Synergy work, and one for personal. No surprises, the Rema Synergy column was the longest and the personal one was the shortest. So I was thinking, how come? To me, it just means that most of my personal stuff I'm already very satisfied and happy with. So lots of harmony there. So that's what work-life harmony means to me.
Awesome. Work-life harmony. What about you, Evelyn? Your definition.
For me, I would say, how do we manage the responsible for our work and our personal life? I think most important part is on the stress management.
Stress management.
Yes,
Right.
because I believe apart from work stress, we also have stress in our personal life. Family things, relationship things. Yeah. How do we harmonize that? We'll see. Yep. Nothing much from me.
Okay.
Over to
So
Adelina.
stress,
Stress.
Don't be so stressed. Eat cake, eat cake, eat cake, eat cake.
Okay, for me, work-life balance, work-life harmony. There's actually a new term that people are saying. It's called work-life integration. So,
You don't like that word?
No, it's not. I don't like it.
It's like-
the same thing.
it's like so many different
Yeah.
terms. Right? It's like a work-life
Integration,
balance,
wow.
work-life harmony, and then now it's work-life integration.
Right.
Uh,
Work-life integration.
like this tech, you have to stay with the times, man.
True. True.
Yeah, so I like actually the term work-life integration, because to say work-life balance, there's no really, like, balancing is not really a thing,
You
you're
can
like,
never balance.
how do you balance it? What are your criteria to balance it? But when you say work-life integration, I feel in my case that actually works, because I go in and out of like work and personal. The more I've developed like what I want or understand what I want, then it becomes more into, okay, I need to take a break, I need to take personal time, or I need to have time for the family, for my brothers and things like that, and do things that are non-work related, non-NGO related, something that is calming. It could be as simple as, okay, I gotta maybe wash the dishes or something like that. So it's for me, it's how do you not balance but sort of integrate and intertwine the different nuances of life, and be happy with it, and be less stress. Less stress, be happy with it, and just not worry too much. So that's more or less my take on that.
Okay. Yeah. Not worry too much. What about you, Coach Johan?
Very challenging this one, yeah. We have balance, harmony, integration. I'm
What
also
you
very
want next?
confused, yeah. But for me,
Work-life
I
empowerment.
yeah. For me, I think it's very good.
Well-being.
It's a
Well-being,
feeling.
yeah.
It's a feeling. well-being will
Yeah.
be good. It's a feeling that if you enjoy your work, what's wrong with doing more of that?
Yeah.
Because it's something that you're passionate about and you feel fulfilled and satisfied. Just that even if you're doing 90% of the time, you're putting a lot of time in your work, just be aware that health is also important. So make sure that you having ample rest, you're taking care of your body and also your relationships, people. Other than that, is it wrong for you to work hard or just put in so much time into work? Not really, I don't think so.
Yeah.
So it's really how you feel. If you
Yeah.
feel that you're overworking and you're neglecting part of your lives, then definitely something is out of balance, out of harmony, not integrated properly. So then you may want to have a moment to think, are those things important to you as well? And do you want to spend more time on it? So it's a very challenging, and I don't think there's a real simple formula to it. It's just how you feel about it and people around you, whether they support you for that,
Yeah,
that's how I
I
feel.
agree on that. And also, maybe one of the questions we can ask ourselves is, outside of our work, who are we? Right? Do we have a label on ourselves? Do we put a label? Is labeling important? But who are you? Who am I outside of my work? Right? So I think if we can answer that question, then the work-life harmony / balance / integration will be there. Right? It's cool that you were talking about the balancing your well-being and also your work, Coach Johan, because I was about to ask you as well, right? How do you can you provide some strategies for maintaining mental and physical balance in your work and also personal responsibilities?
Well, very good question, because actually next week I'm going to talk about this as well with a group of people in one training, which is what we do is the well-being wheel, which we use in one of the things that Rema Synergy came up with was the level 10 life.
Yeah.
Level 10 life is where can you live a life to your fullest? So level 10 as in where are you at? Is it are you doing the best that you can do in that domain? So there are 8 domains, for example, finance, your career, business, relationships, health, etc. These kind of domains. So to your question, what could you do for this? I would say is that at any time in our life, any stage in our lives, our what's important to us may change. For
Right.
example, when I'm in my late teens or early 20s, perhaps career business is more important to me than relationship, health, etc. Because health is taken for granted.
True.
So we may put more emphasis on what can I do to develop myself personally. So different times, at different times, different dimensions may be important. But it would be good just to have that awareness that there are things in your life that are important. Health, definitely, finance, career, also having fun and appreciation in your life because that balances you out, and also gives you the ability to expand your perceptions.
Right.
Fun and appreciation can be traveling to another country. You appreciate another culture, and from there you learn that okay, Malaysia is not so bad, or
Yes.
Italians live in a different way, So I may want to emulate that.
Yeah.
So I would say just be aware that look up well-being wheel or look up level 10 life as well, and see what dimensions they are and where you're at in your stage now and which one is important to you.
Yeah. Very true.
And I'd just like to interject before somebody sues us. That we did not create level 10 life. Right? It's a tool that we use, that we have used and further developed within our modules. This was introduced, I think, a few years ago. We called it the Success in Life.
Yes.
So that this is one of the tools that we use, that we introduce in that program. And if you're interested in that program, you know where to look for us.
Yes.
True. And thank you very much for mentioning that part and highlighting it. And it also goes hand in hand with your work. That's why you are more in tune in that part, right? So my question to you, baby, is there like a digital burnout? How do you prevent digital burnout so that you can have a better work-life integration?
Okay. Yeah, digital burnout, definitely. I think it's very apparent, especially during the pandemic, and everybody's like, oh, I cannot do Zoom anymore, I cannot be in front of the computer, I cannot look at tech anymore, or people are tired of looking at QR codes, things like that. So even though QR code is printed, right, but there's still also that, see guys, more food.
More food, more laughter.
Okay, so for people in Spotify, you cannot see it, but you can hear things shuffling around, moving. It's food actually.
High tea.
Yeah, high tea. Yes.
Yeah. So there's definitely, it can happen, and some people may experience it earlier than others because maybe they do not have an affinity for sitting down so much, and people who are more outgoing will feel it more, like when it comes to that digital burnout, because they're not going to sit down and just go through that. But people and then you've got people who are more into like the tech side, and you've got coders or programmers, and they spend a lot more time online and spending time with the digital world, and the burnout it takes longer to get to that point. So everybody has different levels of that, and you have to understand. First is to understand which one are you. Are you somewhere on the left end, right end, or somewhere in the middle? And understanding that so that you know when to take your breaks. Yeah. So like for instance, someone like me who's very into tech, I can sit there from morning until night and then forget that I'm supposed to move, supposed to take breaks, supposed to eat, things like that. So it might be a little bit different for me. But at the same time, if you have like an Apple Watch keeps telling you, please stand up.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah, and you're like, not now. Yeah, just having that, like being mindful of when you need to take a little bit of a break, because sometimes if I'm on and I have my music on, the world just fades away.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so it's very different. But then even for me, if I do that too much, then it's just like strengths, things you do too much, and then it becomes like a not so fun
It starts
anymore.
de-energizing you.
De-energizing you. So it's the same concept as well.
Yeah.
So first is knowing when to take breaks, which type of person are you, whether you're okay to sit down or be involved in tech. Some people just like to go hiking, like something more outdoor, something that doesn't involve any digital
Touch
tools.
the grass.
Yes, touch the grass, touch the earth.
Grounding.
That's what we're doing.
Grounding.
Renovating my
Grounding.
backyard for that.
Yay. Right? So something like that, or you need like just a break to go and see some greenery, or just walk, or if you have pets, to just play with your pets. Pets are also a good way to break up that or to prevent burnout, because they'll sit on your computer,
Yes.
and then it's like
Keyboard, no keyboard.
Yes, yeah, I sit on your keyboard, sit on your phone or something,
Yeah, they
and
do.
it's sort of like a reset. It's a reminder. It's like a natural reminder. Hey, I think you've been sitting for a while. You've been ignoring me for a while. Not really about you. So it's like, you've been ignoring me for a while, dude.
It's me time now.
Yeah. So it breaks up that focus on the digital, or the consumption of digital energy, digital tools, digital devices. So there's that. And if you're someone who's like tech, sometimes it's good to have like a no tech day or no computer day. Maybe
Is
not
that
so much
possible?
phone. It
I
is.
don't know.
It is actually.
It is?
It is, but it's a state of mind. So you really
No
have
phone
to.
day?
Is it just computer, not phone? I was about to ask.
Oh,
It
okay.
depends.
No
I have
computer, right?
actually left my phone at home and gone around.
Wow.
Yeah, so I have done that. I
feel
didn't
very
die.
nervous, I
I
think.
still alive.
Me too.
So
I'm like, where is my phone?
yeah.
Because this is like the third hand of my
Yes,
brain or
yes,
something.
yes,
yeah.
yes.
But I mean, you can do that if you say, I mean, it really depends on the viewer. If phone, maybe it's good to just have it there, even if you're not looking at it, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people might say like, I think you have a bit of a problem, but it's fine. It's really, your comfort level as well. You can't just say, okay, you leave your phone at home.
Yeah, go
And then
cold
like cold turkey,
Yeah.
you can't. We are surrounded by, the digital world.
No, it's also for family members for
Correct,
emergency
correct.
Yeah,
contact.
actually,
Correct.
that's more it. Yeah.
Exactly. Unless you have like phone, your watches have the SIM card, then you can at least, okay, somebody can call me
Yeah.
still and can get in touch
Yeah.
with me.
That's
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
No, don't give ideas.
So yeah, those are some of the things that
Yeah.
that we can do to prevent that digital burnout, or having spent too much time in the digital world.
I read something that was like fascinating for me. It says burnout is not about working hard, but burnout is about doing something that no longer brings you joy.
Yes.
Exactly. So that
So you're doing it like
de-energizing,
repeating, and then you work so hard on it, but it doesn't bring you joy, so it burns you
Yes.
out. Yeah, which is
I don't know
fascinating.
what. I
Which
think
is the learned behavior part of strengths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
So it's
some,
very tight. Yeah.
sometimes when I hear about joy, happiness, I think it's very Western orientated.
Yeah, it's a myth, right?
Happiness, joy.
Have
but
you not felt joy?
Yeah.
Makan curry puff, makan.
but it's
You want
not
some
like this,
cake,
right?
please? Coffee
But
for you?
burnout definitely can be because you overwork. So take a break.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you don't like that thing that you're doing already. So that I some things maybe, but there is a danger of overwork as well.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Too much
if
of
you
something.
enjoy
Too
it.
much of
Yeah,
something.
too
If
much
you
like-
take a break, then it might be better get after a while.
True,
I must
true.
say that Johan is very good at taking breaks. I'm not. I'm more like Adelina. When I sit down and I start
the zone.
something and I really get into it, I can sit there for 4 hours without moving my butt.
Did your
So-
watch did not remind you to stand up?
I've actually turned it off.
Please turn it on back.
and
That's the one.
and he
Don't
will
you guys like need toilet breaks or something?
not even.
Oh wow.
No.
So you can-
Forget
you
it.
can sit-
Not
I
even
can
if you
sit.
do, it's like invisible time. So you go like zup zup.
Oh no, she doesn't.
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't at
I
all.
can
Oh,
like
mine
sit
is
for
like-
4 hours, sometimes even 5.
You don't drink
And
water?
Don't eat, don't drink.
I have water
Oh, yeah,
with
sometimes
me.
I don't.
But
So
he's
do-
the
do
one
what?
that
Don't eat,
reminds me, you
Need
gotta
to
go
move,
eat.
you know.
You gotta move. Go take a break. And I'm like,
Uh,
no, I'm in the zone.
Yeah, because there's a fear, you know, when you take that break, you go and makan, you come
Then
back,
I
you're like,
lose it.
I don't want to do
Yeah.
this
my
anymore.
fear is there's no break. That's my fear.
Mine is if I take
45 minutes? Wait, it's too long.
This sounds like a performance chat now.
No, but I just wanted to confirm that Johan is very good at taking breaks. So I would say he is not in the category or at risk of burnout,
Right.
because I think he does that very well.
So three of us
He-
in a group.
He integrates.
I always
work
ask our
life very
CEO
well.
for your information, guys.
Yeah.
How long will this thing take, please? I will always ask her that question. She will say, please bear with us for a while. I say, yeah, I know. How long? I just want to know how long.
Yeah, you see, I have to play the balancing game. Huh?
Yes,
And
yes,
it's
yes.
funny she should mention it
Huh?
because I'm traveling a bit this month especially, and then Evelyn asked, you don't need to take.
Are you
need
not
to,
tired?"
Yeah,
I
are you
said.
not tired? You don't need to rest. I'm like, it's okay. I'll rest in July.
There's
Because by
always
seeing her
next month.
schedule,
Yeah.
I really asked her, I said, are you not tired?
Because I just got back last night, and today
We're working.
we're
Yeah.
working.
Yeah,
And
there's
so
always
if-
tomorrow.
It's like, are you not tired? I was like, I cannot afford to be tired this.
This is interesting. So, throughout the years, right, of your guys' Mia career, how has the work-life balance / harmony / integration changed in your lives? Has it changed?
Change
Yeah.
a lot.
Let's listen from Evelyn. Has it changed for you?
I'm very balanced one.
How long do you need?
Maybe you should just laugh.
Let's have a break.
It does change because I think just before the COVID, I'm still in a, what do we call that, conventional working work.
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
it?
9
It's
to
a
5.
9 to 5.
Mm.
Yeah.
And if I were to think back now, I would say I enjoy how am I today. The work. Although, of course lah, we don't talk about whether is it stressful, busy or whatever that thing we don't talk about. We just compare from 9 to 5 and what we are doing now. You see, when just now you were mentioning about joy or happiness. So just before I resigned from that job, I think 13 years in a audit tax accounting firm.
Wow.
For the last 2 years, I don't have joy at all. I'm working just for the sake of working.
Right.
That's it. Just to pay the bills, just for the finance part, no more joy. But just, when COVID came, it really made me thought of like, are you sure you want to continue your life
Like
this
that.
way for forever? For how long? And I would say that this COVID also, gave me a lot of thoughts lah.
Yeah.
Do you want to change your life? Do you want
It's like
to
a
try?
reset button.
Do you want to try something new? Or I would say, maybe we have too much free time sitting at home. We can't go out. Nothing to do. Looking at the wall, looking outside, sitting outside the balcony, thinking, what do I want to do next for the next 3 years, next 5 years? Do you still want to go back to that kind of lifestyle, that kind of work? I tell myself, I don't think I cannot try something new, right?
Right.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I believe those listeners, our listeners out there, I think a lot of them will be having the same thinking as well.
True.
Are you sure that even you look at the mirror, you talk to yourself, are you sure that you cannot try something new? You cannot explore something new out of what you're doing now?
Yeah.
So what I'm now today is totally something that 13 years ago I never think of I will be doing this at all. Yes.
So you're saying during that time you had time to reflect,
A lot of time.
All of us.
Yeah.
time to reflect, and also to figure out what can you do next,
Yeah.
right? What else can you do?
Yes. I think the most question I've been asking
Validated
myself
alive, I
is,
think, yeah.
yeah, are you sure you want to keep going on like this? Every day, just the same thing. No joy, no happiness. Every day, the same. 9 to 5, 9 to 5, doing that.
So to be able to do that, you would need to understand who you are, isn't
Yes.
it? You need to understand your strengths,
Yes.
your what you do best, what you bring to the table.
Yes. What you like, what you don't like.
This is something I'm seeing now beside me. A lot of cards here. Self awareness. Yep.
I don't know. I not necessarily. I think there's also the just for our listeners.
Really
also,
loves
right?
to play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Okay, we need
I
a different
think
perspective.
Yeah,
sometimes because this is also another chat I had with somebody else about meaning and life, purpose in life. And one of the challenges is sometimes when you say what's your goals in life, what do you want to become in 3 years, it's not an easy question because it's such
It
a
is
big
not.
question.
Yeah.
So in this case, what Evelyn has shared, I said another perspective would be, if you already know this is something you don't like, but you still don't know where to go, just try different things.
Yeah.
Just have the confidence to say, okay, I don't know where I want to go, but I know this is not it. So I need to move away from this, but I don't know where I want to go. So just have an adventure.
Yeah.
Do this, join that, volunteer, ask friends, hey, can I help you out in your company for a while, whatever. Then you have that experience, then suddenly maybe clarity will come lah. Because sometimes when we say this, but you must know where you want to go, you must know what you want to do. It's not easy.
No,
It's not easy.
not everybody
You
knows.
always know.
Yeah,
It's so
but-
stressful even
yeah.
just to find out what you want.
So may I ask Evelyn a question?
Sure. Yeah. Oh wow.
Oh,
Dun, dun, dun.
Tick, tick,
So
tick.
serious.
I'll make it as easy as I can. What is the emotion that you can share for the 13 years you were in that job? The bulk of it. How did you feel about those 13 years? And what is the emotion that you now feel with the work that you are doing? So 2 emotions.
Okay, the first emotion for the 13 years, I will give an emotion of grateful lah,
Grateful.
to,
Nice.
to my ex-boss. I would say that during that 13 years, I really learned a lot of things from that boss.
Nice.
From no accounting background, no tax background, I know nothing. He's just giving me a chance. I'm also like asking, can I apply a job here? He's asking me, what can you do? I say, I can try anything. So I started off with just arranging all the bills, filing, just very simple job until he gave me all the opportunities. So grateful will be that part. So for this part, I will say appreciated. Why? Because this family, especially the lady sitting beside me, she's the one who gave me the chance to join this family, and she really brought me a lot of things lah. One thing I just want to share, she's the one who taught me how to use Canva. I appreciate that a lot.
Okay. You're welcome.
is that why you asked the question? So you knew the answer.
No, I did not. I was thinking,
We already settled backside
more
just
of-
now.
No, thinking maybe it could be because this is uncharted territory for Evelyn, and I really seen with my eyes and witnessed her growth, her spreading her wings. I would say
She blossomed.
really,
Yeah.
you remember, Johan, when
Okay.
she first came, she was so quiet like a mouse, and now what do you say?
He wants to shut my
Yeah,
mouth.
yes. I wish she was go back to that. But okay, going back to her. If I'm not wrong, right? So you are also actually trying because you joined the course, right? The online course that
Yes.
Hannah
Yeah,
was.
the reboot.
Yeah. So you also didn't know what's going on. You just give it a
Mumtazah,
try.
yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, you didn't actually have a clear idea
Yes.
that you wanted to do something, but this was a course that was available.
And I was
Gave it a
speaker.
try.
Yeah.
You were not the only speaker, right?
No.
So there was a few speakers, and then somehow resonated. Oh, okay, then
But it was a few months after the course that I approached Evelyn, just because she felt brave enough to tell me, "Oh, you're from Sabah? I'm in Sabah too," and so that stayed with me because the participants were mostly from West Malaysia.
so the additional thing is when you're trying things out, make sure you stand out or ask questions.
Yeah.
Never
Let's say
try,
you're from
never
Sabah.
know.
Never try,
Never
never
ask,
ask,
never
never
know.
get.
But
Yeah.
I also would like to highlight, right? It also depends on who you are. There are people who are in a similar situation, but they do not think the way that Evelyn was thinking. So it is Evelyn's strengths actually to be able to grab that opportunity and just go with it.
Yes.
Even though she doesn't know what is gonna happen,
She wanted to try
it's
lah.
something inside Evelyn that made it happen for
Was
her.
it under self-belief?
Yes, definitely possible.
Self-awareness.
So let's
and
go to
self-belief.
our strengths coach here. What kind of characteristics or strengths do you think Evelyn was showing at that time that she was putting on the table and saying, okay, I'm going to use these strengths to go for this, even though she doesn't know it that time?
I appreciated her participation during my session, and she did try to answer many of the questions. She was one of the more active participants on the course. It was an online thing during COVID. So that one was, some brownie points there, her participation. And what stood out from that participation was her love of learning,
Right.
which resonated very, very strongly with me, because I am also, I have love of learning as one of my top strengths as well. So her strength, her love of learning, her taking action is another strength. And there's so many strengths cards here in preparation for the question that you're going to ask me later.
Everybody's information.
I don't know if we have time. I don't know, we have diverted so much, but I love this conversation. So for me, Evelyn's strengths that came out very prominently would be her love of learning, her taking action, and as Johan highlighted, she didn't know where she wanted to go, but she had nothing else to do in COVID, so she heard about this program and she joined the program, which is called Reboot, and then things went off. And she really, yeah, you are right, Adelina. She really rebooted. But not only that, when I was looking for some assistance in our work, I remembered Evelyn. And so I asked her, gave her a phone call. And I said, would you like to, come and see if you're a good fit here with us? And she said, yes. And the rest is history.
Yes, the rest is now.
Yeah, the rest is now. I think Evelyn was such a good fit that, as Johan likes to say, what happened to the Evelyn that was quiet as a mouse? Now we can't shut her up.
You can if you give me something to read. please read and summarize for me, then I have to keep quiet.
So talking about reading, right? Hada has a whole stack of cards here about strengths, and maybe we can have a read of what it is about, right, Hada? So I'm gonna ask you the question so you can answer by the card. Right. So the question is,
Yes.
can you share some techniques for leveraging personal strengths to manage time more effectively?
So great to manage time more effectively. There's one strength in the 60 strengths in strengths profile that is called the time optimizer strength, right? Interestingly, so what is defined as time optimizer? Making the most of whatever time you have available. So people like Johan, who knows he has 24 hours in a day, he is very clear on how many hours he wants to spend in front of the screen, how many hours he wants to spend in front of Netflix, or how many hours he wants to play with the cats. Now we have two. So, or even, going outdoors or taking a drive. So he would have time optimizer very high.
Show it to the, so everybody
Okay,
in
time
YouTube can see.
optimizer. So, and every at the back of every card is always the advice for having time optimizer as a realized strength, or having it as an unrealized strength, or having it as a learned behavior, or having it as a weakness. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I had time optimizer as a weakness for many years, until the last two strengths profile that I did. It has become an unrealized strength.
Same.
Woohoo!
Same.
Yeah. So
Thank
thank you. Do you know how hard it is?
It is.
Yeah. In terms of feeling not so good about myself, knowing that time optimizer is a weakness, because what? The deadline is when? Oh no, I'll never get it done. Already setting myself up for failure because I know that weakness. And then I have to go back into my strengths coach cap. put it back on. Okay, do not focus on weakness. Let's focus on what other strengths I might have that can help me with doing things on time, which is action. Action is another strength that we can dial up, as we like to say in strengths, and many others, because maybe a number of you have time optimizer as a weakness as well. Then there are many other strengths that we can dial up. Planning is another strength which is very good to optimize, even organizer, even persistence. And if you don't have those and you have action, you're still good, right? So there are quite a number of strengths here, and I thought all these, I went through the 60 different strengths, the cards, and I thought all these ones would be very good for helping us do things, make time more efficiently.
Definitely.
Spend time more
definitely.
efficiently.
And if any of you out there who's listening or watching us on YouTube and you are interested to find out about your own strengths, your own weaknesses, what is unrealized strengths? So you were hearing these words and like, what do they mean by this, right? What you can do is go to our website, remasynergy.com, remasynergy.com, okay, the name of our company, and you can always book a slot with our coach, Coach Hannah, our strengths coach, so that she'll be able to let you do the test and do the most important part, a debrief with you to tell you, to show you, to guide you on what to do next with your report. Suddenly my English is Englishy, guys.
Very good,
Fantastic.
very good.
Very good, very good. Right. So that is about leveraging on your strengths
Yes.
to manage your time effectively.
Yes.
Right? Definitely we know when you know your strengths, you would know how to move forward. So that
We are
was
more
what-
gentle with ourselves, I
Definitely.
think. Don't beat yourself up if you
Correct.
have anything as a weakness, because you have so many more strengths that you can dial up.
Very true.
Yes.
Very true. What about you, Coach Johan?
Oh, thank you very much, guys.
Trying to speak.
I have a totally different experience. I have a totally different experience with time optimizer. So
Okay.
I'm supposed to be a time optimizer, but there's a few ways to look at this, right? So this is also a new realization actually.
Right.
So you know about Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, and all this, right? When people talk about they
Oh,
just
the
wear
white
the they just wear the certain kind of
Controversial.
t-shirt, okay?
Yes.
The round neck, one color, etc. Because it's saves times of decision. So I've been doing that as well, and definitely, especially during the COVID time, great because nobody's looking at you. So it's just jean t-shirt. Jean t-shirt is good enough, and you just get one color. You don't have to worry. Was this the one I wore yesterday? Do I need to sniff it or not? No need lah, because you know it's just the same color, right? So I had that, and it helps because it reduces the time that you need to make decision on what to wear,
Yeah.
because you only have that in the wardrobe. Recently, though, I found out another area of time optimizing. I was at an Airbnb, and they had the same washing machine as I had at home.
Okay.
I didn't have to spend time thinking how to use this machine. I looked at it and said, "Wow, I know how to use this," and that helped me do my dobby at night at the Airbnb.
Okay.
And I realized, wow, okay. I have actually been doing some of this. So at home, because I use a Samsung phone, I have Samsung TV, and I have a Samsung tablet.
We're
It's
not
an ecosystem.
sponsors.
Yeah.
No sponsors.
We have an
okay?
ecosystem. Apple also, I have certain ecosystem. I have a desktop, etc.
To be fair,
To be fair, I have two companies, yeah. So ecosystems work very, very well because they save time.
Yes.
I recently, one of my watches, Huawei watch,
Also not sponsors.
conked out. Okay, so I went to look at others. I looked at Samsung. I looked at every other watch out there. Ended up at the Huawei, and it took me like 5 to 10 minutes to just reset to everything back. So for me, I find time now. I'm actually looking at, if I go to Airbnbs and all that, what TV system do you have? What washing machine do you have? And this seriously save time. I tell you, I cannot explain how. When I
Happily
saw
is-
the model and go, I know exactly what to do. I know where every detergent goes. I know what setting to put. that was a revelation. I thought, oh, this is what time organizing is. Okay?
For you.
Yeah, for me. Yeah. So different
See so much
perspective.
joy.
This is also a work-life balance.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I don't have to think too much. Imagine I go traveling and everything is set. All the appliances are set to something I know.
Mm.
I don't have to waste time.
True.
Right? I don't have to worry, especially cold country. If I put in this Malaysian t-shirt, tomorrow will it come out the same size or smaller size? You know, because they have hot water and all that, right? Yeah, this one, no problem.
It's a legit issues to
Legit.
think about.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Do you see how they agree?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm a little bit of the opposite.
Alright.
I'm like, whoa, this is new. How does this work?
Yeah.
You know? It's like, oh my
Excited
God.
by adventure.
I don't mind, but you see, like, do I really want to spend time
Yeah,
knowing how a
figuring
washing machine works? The washing machine function is to just today's clothes to be clean for tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's it. And my clothes, don't forget, are one color.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of a story on this washing machine and like learning new things, right? So we wanted to replace a washing machine in our condo in KL. So my brother was there, so he's like, okay, here are the choices. I was like, okay, go for LG. It's the same as the one at home. I like it, and then it's just a smaller version of it. But my brother is a very staunch Samsung guy. So he's like, no, but what if we go for the Samsung? The Samsung. Then he kept selling, all of these, nice, good points
The
about the
features,
Samsung.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's like pitching, and I go, no, let's just go for the LG. It's like very little difference in price. So then we ended up getting the Samsung. So on the LG, the wash dry is about 4.5 hours
Okay.
max. The Samsung one was 9 hours.
Whoa.
So I'm like, why? This you chose. Why? Right? So then when I went to KL and was experiencing this 9-hour washing machine, right? I'm like, there's gotta be a better way. So I ended up recently when both myself and my brother was in KL, I was like, let me show you how to make it not 9 hours.
Oh.
So then for me it's like, oh, exciting. It's that adventure. Oh, okay, let's problem solve.
Investigate.
So I'm like, you press this button. You see, you press this one. Now we get 3 hours.
Wow.
From 9 to 3.
I think you need to come and help me figure out mine.
That's 6 hours saved.
This is why my Samsung ecosystem.
So this is another version of the time optimizer. Like,
Yes.
no, we gotta figure this
There
out.
must be.
There
Yeah.
has to be a more efficient or a faster way
But that's
to
a
do
different,
it.
that's a strength, adventure or curiosity.
So
Curiosity.
I guess to that point, right?
Yeah.
It's like time optimizer. It also depends on what combination you can mix it with.
Right.
So it's like being a multi-potentialite. What are your different key features? And then when you put them together, what is the perspective that you get?
Correct.
So in strengths also, from what I've learned so far in the 2 years
Yes.
that I've that I've been learning from our strengths coach, is it depends also on the combination of what strength are you mixing with what, and it brings you a different
Yep.
super strength
Yes.
Yeah.
in a way.
That's
Yes,
why you need to know
absolutely.
yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. And confidence as well. Knowing yourself is the key to be confident.
Yep.
Otherwise, nothing will work. Because knowing yourself means you're embracing every single part of you, even the flaw, your flaws and everything. You accept everything.
So,
That's
Coach
really-
Silma,
Yeah.
which
Yes.
strength do you think you like to use when you want to make sure that you're using your time efficiently?
Okay. So one of my
She goes to Dobby.
Actually, that's true.
Just put in the
That-
coin.
That is her
Start.
downtime.
Let's go.
Actually, yeah, guys. Whenever we go out for work, for trading, outside of our houses, our hometown, right? The last day of our work day, that evening, I will go and find where I can do my laundry.
Yes.
I will look for a laundromat. That doesn't matter what time it is. Even if I'm so
Yes.
tired already, I will still go and wash my clothes before I come back home.
Even if it's raining, still
Yeah.
she will go.
Even if it's midnight still.
Yeah.
she'll
Yeah.
go.
And so
Yes.
the team has gone into the habit as we go towards the hotel. We're like, oh, there's a Dobby nearby.
Yeah.
We will all look out for laundromats for Silma.
True. So yes, so it will be preventative. Is there one?
There is one.
There is one,
There
right?
is a
Yeah,
pre-
it's
yeah.
my top 7 actually, preventative. So prevent look, search. Found it, I know already. Then can do planning. Planning is also one of my top strengths.
All right, we have to explain what the context
Yes.
is as well. So, would you like to, or shall I?
Yes, go ahead.
The reason why she must do her laundry before we return home is she just does not like bringing dirty laundry home to wash.
Yeah,
She just cannot.
I
do
want
that.
it when I open my suitcase at home and it's just from the suitcase to the clothes rack. That's it. Not go down and then have to deal with the washing of it.
Laundry,
No.
Which is fair enough. I have something, but not so extensive. But that's a different topic. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think I'm done. So it's preventative and also planning.
How did we end up here? We're supposed to be a well-being.
I know, right? We're
topic,
supposed to
isn't it?
have a what do you call this? Harmony, work-life harmony. But I guess laundry is part of life.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
But your
Very
specific,
important.
You know,
Yeah.
not routine, but your specific how to say your work life integration or your work life
Yeah.
harmony.
And some people even go so stressed because of laundry.
Mm-hmm.
They do even TikTok talking about laundry.
Yes. Yes.
Have you watched Laundry Talk? Oh
Yeah.
my god, so
What,
good.
what's wrong? What did you
What's
stress
laundry
about?
talk?
What did you stress about laundry?
We will introduce Laundry Talk on another episode.
Yes, next time, guys.
Just
Next
kidding.
Was not folding clothes
I
stressful?
don't-
No.
Folding clothes not stressful.
Oh, it's very stressful for me.
Yeah, for some
mine
people
with the
it is.
tub, it's
I cannot.
So to be able to figure out the way.
But
to
I
deal-
buy clothes, let's say sports clothes that doesn't really need folding.
So how?
The
you just
Polyester.
the polyester one. It's not no matter
Just
how you
leave
do-
it in the.
you just dump it in the
Okay.
drawer.
No,
Oh, how?
Yes.
well, I roll it up.
Okay,
You should have started
I
with
think
that.
we need to wrap this up. Otherwise, they will talk about laundry.
Laundry.
Okay, so
That
let's
really
wrap.
is another day.
Yes, another day for laundry. Okay. So if to wrap this up, I would like each and every one of us to tell our listeners what is the one advice that you would like to tell our listeners out there to be able to overcome or to be able to have this like work-life balance slash harmony integration in their lives. What is your one advice? Let's start with Adelina.
Okay, my one advice would be to understand who you are and then know when you are feeling no longer feeling the joy, you're feeling or stressed, that's when you need to take your breaks.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yes, Evelyn.
For me, I would say my part always will be the financial part. I would say we have to set, clear financial goals, especially
Financial goals.
regardless it's short term or long term needs, and also build an emergency fund.
Awesome.
After all, that's the purpose of us working, right?
Mm.
Yes.
Okay.
That's it from me.
What about Coach Hannah?
For work-life harmony?
Yeah, for work-life harmony.
Actually, for life in general, life full stop, life forever, I always say growth, right? If we think whatever level we're at in terms of smartness, in terms of achievements, in terms of success, there is always potential for growth. For everybody. We do not know our own potential. So I would love for everybody to have the belief that you can do a lot more, you can have more joy and satisfaction in life, and therefore work-life harmony falls into place.
Very good. Coach John.
For me, go on Google, go and search for well-being wheel,
Okay.
right? Whether it's 6 dimensions, 8 dimensions, just be aware, build the awareness that there are these dimensions and check where you are in these dimensions. Because with AI, work is changing. And definitely personal growth is important, finance is important, self-awareness is important because things will change very, very fast. So please go and find it, see where you're at in the well-being wheels, and try. If there's things that you want to give it a try and see where that brings you.
Awesome. So guys, I'm not smart. I'm surrounded by smart people. Okay? So what they've said is, summary.
What they said.
So, understand who you are. Then you'll be able to know how to set your clear goals, especially about your financial goals, and set up your emergency fund. And then from there, know your growth, potential for growth. Believe that you can do a lot more than what you can now, what you think you can now. And of course, go to Google, search for well-being deals, check where you are, you know, in the what is it again? Well-being dimension,
Yes.
right?
Ah.
So all of that, after you have done it, you have gone through it, you have experienced it, then you will have the confidence to move forward. So guys, this is Rema Synergy and this is a podcast help. We're trying here talking about harmonizing your work and also personal life. Until next time, bye!
Bye.
Next one will be laundry, right?